stupid medieval Doom. That is the dumbest possible thing they could have done with the series. Incredibly stupid. It looks so stupid. This is not even Doom anymore. Like, not even close. It just looks so dumb. That looks bad. I'm sorry. They ruined it. What they did, they fucking jumped the shark with Doom is what they did. They completely jumped the shark. It's not what Doom was ever supposed to be. You ruined the idea of it.
So, Doom the Dark Ages got officially announced, and the game looks fucking amazing, dude. A lot of people are loving it. We're excited for it. Everyone's freaking out about it, and we can't wait to rip and tear once again. Except this one person.
Hi! A decade of failure. Hi! How are you?
So, as you saw in the intro, DSP is probably the only person that like fucking hated this game. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And he had thoughts about the game, and I figured I give my input in it. So this video is gonna be kind of like listening to, you know, the Pig Roach talk. So by all means, like, get ready. And this is gonna be a little bit of a discussion slash also like rant video. So if you're not into that, I suggest, you know, skip this video. So I'm gonna try to be as fair as possible to Phil and try to understand where he's coming from with this, because I don't want it to just be like a hate piece at the end of the day. I really want to understand like what he's talking about, his thoughts on it, even if they're stupid as hell. Like, I'm gonna try to be as fair as possible. And I'm also gonna try to be fair at him because the Xbox presentation was like very early, so maybe he was grumpy and grouchy, because you could tell by his face that he was. And I don't blame him. I love sleeping, dude. I love sleeping till late. I'm not a morning person. I have to wake up for work at 5 a.m. and everyone can tell you I am a complete asshole at work around those hours. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's dive in. Let's see what the wisest passionate gamer has to say about Doom the Dark Ages.
My thoughts about this game. Let me recap. When Doom 2016 came out, I loved it. And the reason I loved it is because it was an homage to the classic Doom games, but it added new elements like the platforming and the more visceral systems of, you know, build up your armor, build up the health packs, build up the rage mode, do all that. And I liked that. It added some variety to the gameplay. It didn't just feel like old Doom. It modernized it a bit, but it definitely respected old Doom. The style of the game felt like you were playing an old Doom game. There were hidden rooms that actually had old Doom graphics in them, and they were the Easter eggs of the game. And the plot as well was in line with old Doom, with like sci-fi horror. Really liked Doom 2016. Was excited for what the franchise was going to do next.
So here, Phil's absolutely right. 2016 came out. Everyone loved it. Everyone praised it. It brought the name Doom back into the spotlight. I'm a little confused on what he's talking about, the whole like building the rage. Like, I'm playing the game right now for like an hour and I haven't seen anything what he's regarding to, but he's right. The game came out, everyone loved it, paid homage to the classic Dooms. It felt like the classic Dooms, and yeah, like I said, everything he says here is not is like everything's valid, everything's correct.
And then Doom Eternal came out, and I didn't like Doom Eternal, and everyone knows that. I've said it over the years. What were my reasons? Well, Doom Eternal took the idea of a one-man army against all odds saving humanity from this alien invasion from hell, and turned it into this weird sci-fi out there plot. There's angel aliens and demon aliens, and the Doomslayer actually was a hero before the events of Doom, but no one knew it. And now, you know, he's a space fucking god or something. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So here I want to say, Phil, what the fuck are you talking about? In Doom Eternal, you're still doing the exact same thing. The reason that you're on Earth, the reason the whole campaign is because you're trying to save humanity from, or the remains of humanity from, like, the alien invasion that is occurring right the moment of the game. The one point I'll agree with him is the whole, like, angel thing, because I was also kind of confused when, and, like, for me, kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. But I accepted it, and I was like, all right, you know, I'll go with it. I wasn't here being like, oh, this kills the series, like he's saying. In Doom Eternal, you're still doing the exact same shit. You're killing demons, saving humanity, and also the part where he says that, like, oh, that the Doomslayer was a hero beforehand. Buddy, 2016's like lore tells you that Doomslayer was part of the Night Sentinels. There was lore behind it, but the thing is that either he forgot or he just doesn't give a shit about the story, which I think that's just Phil not paying attention or just forgetting that aspect of it, like, for real.
The whole idea of Doom is that there is a guy who is so resilient, okay, that he will not be defeated by insurmountable odds. Against all odds, he's scraping and clawing for ammo and weapons, and he's just blowing away all the monsters. He's supposed to be the ultimate silent protagonist badass. That's the idea of the Doom Slayer, or the Doom Marine, which is really what he used to be called, or Doom Guy, right? That's the whole idea. And what they did is they decided to completely transform it into this weird-ass plot that I hated.
But he still is the silent protagonist badass. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to get with this. If he doesn't like the story, that's fine. It's his opinion. He doesn't like it, cool. But the reasoning for it is very stupid. You're still the same silent protagonist badass. You're still doing badass things. You're still fighting demons. It's just you, this one-man army, killing like the hordes of hell. Like, I don't understand what is your problem with it. Is it, if you didn't like the story, you didn't like the story, my guy. But don't be saying something stupid, because at the end of the day, oh, I'm getting heated. I apologize, but like, they're still the same person, and Doom Eternal just made him much more of a badass. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, seriously.
They took the gameplay of Doom and literally removed it from Doom. Now Doom Eternal is more this visceral, non-stop, never taking a break. Roll over here, kill these enemies, charge up this element, so you can go over here, kill these enemies, charge up the other one, use the rage mode, do this, you got your health back, now you can try to get your armor pieces back. Then you got, it's this kind of endless cycle of combat with no breaks and no intelligence to it. I hate to say, like, that's all it is. It's non-stop adrenaline action, and I get it, but that's not what Doom was always about, ever.
So I'm gonna give Phil a little bit of a break here. If he didn't like Doom Eternal's combat, that's fine. I know a lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people dropped the game because of it. And to those people, hey, that's cool. I totally get it, because I was also one of those people. I will never hold that like opinion against anyone, because again, I do understand it. I feel like the best way to compare 2016 to Eternals is like playing Black Ops Zombies, playing like the classic Black Ops Zombies, and then Doom Eternal would be like Black Ops 3 Zombies with like, while you're doing an Easter egg. That's kind of the best way I can describe it to people. So I get it. But when he starts saying that it's like unintelligent and that it's not what Doom was about, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about again? If anything, 2016 Doom is the brain dead one, because you can just grab whatever gun you want, just blast the demons, and boom, you just continue the game. Doom Eternal, it requires you to have a little bit more, think a little more, be more strategic on like what to take out, what demons a threat, which one is not. Hit the weak spot. When he says that unintelligent, like, bro, like, I'm sorry, you're just being a retard here. And the fact that it's not Doom anymore, it's like, bro, you're still killing the demons, you're still listening to a kick-ass soundtrack, like, it's still Doom. Like, I really don't know what the hell he's like talking about. Are we playing, like, are we talking about the same game here or no? Like,
if you look at the Doom games and where they came from, that wasn't the spirit of Doom. You were always searching for cool secrets and hidden areas and all kinds of stuff, and it's all lost when all it is a zillion enemies tossed at you at once. Kill everything, kill everything, kill everything, kill everything, kill everything, kill everything. You lost the spirit of what Doom was. And that's why I didn't like Doom Eternal, okay? Not that it was a bad game. It certainly wasn't. I just didn't like it. It's like,
so has anyone lost them this part? Because I'm certainly, I remember me playing Doom Eternal, that I was also finding secrets. Like, I also found like the collectibles, the little minifigures, the CDs, the one-ups, the cheat codes. Like, the spirit is still there, Phil. Like, what is the spirit of Doom to you? Because like, everyone's here scratching their head like, what the fuck is this old man talking about? If he didn't like the game, that's fine. He can say he didn't like the game, but when he starts saying stupid shit like this, it's very hard to like take him like serious, or be like, yo, what are you like rambling about, like, my guy, for real?
To be for a different audience, I get it, but what happened to the people who grew up in the 90s playing Doom? Like, I had much more fun playing Doom 2 than I did playing Doom Eternal. I played them like back to back, and Doom 2 was a better experience to me.
Doom has to evolve. Like, a lot of people still like these games. You're probably the only like old man that doesn't do it, and the way he makes this sound, it just, I'm sorry, it just sounds like a old man just rambling about like, in my youth these games used to be better, like all these retro games are not that good. And it's like, bro, if that's the case, there's a lot of boomer shooters out there that you could play. You could play Dusk, you could play Boltgun. There's a lot of indie games you could go and play if that's the case, if you don't want to play these Doom games. But don't be saying that like the spirit of Doom is gone, and like all like the people that grew up in the 90s are not liking these ones, because it's not true. If it's just you, brother, it's just you, papa. Like, shit.
When you say Doom: The Dark Ages coming out in 2025. So this is the prequel story when the Doomslayer was a hero in space before he became the Space Marine, and he's flying through with superpowers, and he's fucking got medieval weapons, and he's got a fucking cape and armor on, so he looks like a knight, and all his enemies have fucking medieval armor on. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, for the third time. Phil, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, really, like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, this is a guy that doesn't pay attention to the lore at all. You could tell, you know, like, the lore just went through his head. Dark Ages is based on, like, the Slayer's testament. Things he did before the events of 2016. Not before he became a Doom Marine. The whole aspect of, like, the time period of, like, what happened before 2016. So, like, again, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. At this point, like he really doesn't.
No, really. You could have made this game and not have it be Doom, and it still would have been good. But why do you have to make this Doom? So now what you've done is you've killed all of our hopes that you'll ever make a classic style FPS ever again, because you took the classic FPS and you turned it into something bastardized for your own purposes. There's nothing wrong with the game. It could be a great game, but why does it have to be fucking Doom?
Bro, the only reason that they call it Doom is because it's name recognition. Like, it could have been Quake, which would have been cool. Like I said, I would have been able to like that. If the game was just called something else, a lot of people there wouldn't be too much hype. A lot of people would be like, oh, it's another shooter like Doom. Cool, away. But the fact that it has Doom in it, and a lot of people love Doom and want more Doom, that's the reason why the name is in the game, like, idiot. Like, I thought you had a business degree, like, about this shit, so you would know better. And also, I don't want to, like I said, this man does not speak for any of us, okay? He says we, that, like, I have to agree with it. No, I want this, I like this. It's still classic FPS. And again, his point, it's Doom because they want to do something different with the series. It's Doom because they want to have name recognition. It's Doom because it's fucking Doom. Like, I don't know how much more I had to drill this into his head, man. Like, Jesus.
So I look at this and I'm like, I have absolutely no interest in this game. I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm going to play it. It doesn't look like, and none of the gameplay looks like anything that would be Doom. It's just exactly what you saw in Doom Eternal, but now even bigger, because now you got melee weapons and you got crazy shit. Like, I just like, what the fuck, dude? I don't get it, all right? I just don't. And if you like it, that's fine. I'm not going to hate on the game because the game mechanics look sound and fine, but that's just not my style of game.
And then this is the part that, like, legitimately pisses me off. Like, this is the part where I'm just like, ooh, I want to punch something. He says he's not hating on the game, but brother, what the fuck is this whole video about? What was this little fucking, like, tantrum that you had? You're hating on the game. Like, that's what you're doing. Like, do you not see it? And the fact is that, look, he claims that he's like a 42 mature-year-old man. He sees all. He's so wise. Bro, all you had to say was, look, it looks cool. I didn't like Doom Eternal. If it's like that, I might not check it out. It might not be my cup of tea. Boom, done. A lot of people will still hate you, but a lot of people will be like, yeah, if it's not his style, it's not his style. But no, you whined, you cried, you bitched, you called them stupid, you called the idea stupid, you did a lot of fucking shit, and the only one that looks like a retard is you.
You've taken the franchise and pushed the whole thing in that direction. There's no more regular Doom anymore. That's what I'm upset about. Like, when Doom 2016 came out, we were like, wow, Doom can exist in the modern era. This is a great way to do it. And then Doom Eternal comes out, you're like, you've lost what Doom is. This isn't even Doom anymore. And now it's even further that bad. So it's like, God, you know? So listen, if it's your cup of tea and you like it, great. It is Game Pass, by the way. Maybe I would give it a shot just because it's Game Pass. But dude, I'm probably not going to like it. I'm just being honest. You know, I wanted Doom, and this is not Doom anymore. This is their weirdo modern interpretation of what Doom should be, and it's nothing like what the spirit of the game originally was.
And this is the also part that pisses me off too, bro. You shed on it. You said that it was a stupid idea and stuff like that, but yet he still wants to play it. Like, he still wants to try it and say he's not liking it, brother. If you don't like something, you don't touch it. You don't say, oh, I'm hated, but I'm still gonna try it. No, if you don't like it, if you're making this whole thing, this whole rant about like that you don't like, that you think that the spirit of Doom is lost, don't play it. Don't make any excuses. Everyone's glad that you're not gonna touch this, because again, anything that he plays, he ruins. That's what he did with Doom Eternal, and that's why everyone in this world right now is laughing about this. So I'm gonna stop it here because he had more to say the next day, but the thing is that he said this.
It's like fan fiction. That's what it is. This is fucking fan fiction. So now they're writing fan fiction and turning it canon. It's shit.
And once he said it was fan fiction, I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Like I can't deal with this anymore. Like it's silly at this point. If Phil himself, which I know he's not, or one of his actual fans see this video and actually inform him, I will be gladly to have like a talk with DSP about like Doom and the series and like, you know, the spirit of Doom. I think it'd be fun to actually like, you know, like have a one-on-one where we could just talk about Doom and just like, you know, and get more like in detail with like about like a lot of stuff. And I think it'd be a cool idea. If he wants to, cool. If not, then, you know, whatever. What can I do? So yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. Comment below, feedback, anything. I really appreciate it. And as for me, I'm actually gonna go find the lost spirit of Doom, because as he says,
You lost the spirit of what Doom was.
so I know it's out there somewhere. So I will disappear for a couple months to find the lost spirit of Doom.